Fellas, a very depressing news story
It
has fell
is.
upon us. I don't know when this was officially reported, but I first saw it today. Let's go ahead and read what's going on, and then I will go ahead and talk about it. So this comes directly from Vince McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon. The report says Vince McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon, has reportedly stated that he has been unwell after leaving WWE. Lee Cole mentioned that he heard of Vince's health struggles through someone close to Linda on his Wrestling with the Devil, A. Lee Cole 111 podcast. Her husband's health is deteriorating fast. He barely gets out. That's why you don't see him out in public. Fellas, Vince McMahon is a pretty old man. So for Linda to actually come out and say this, Vince McMahon always wants to be the strong man in the room. I'm sure this is something he does not want out there if it is the case, which it probably is since it's his wife saying it. But Kiddo, have you heard this story today? What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, you called him a pretty old man. I wouldn't agree on the pretty part, but he is old. And this story, it doesn't shock me at all. I mean, it's Father Time, and Father Time is undefeated.
78.
Yeah, the fact that he's moving or he was moving so well, even when they, I think he had a walking stick, a baton or
Yeah.
whatever at the very end there, looking like an absolute Disney villain. With the jet black hair and the weird mustache. I don't know what was
Yeah.
going on, but like he always knew. He always knew how to, make a show about himself, or what we've seen with the WWE for years. As far as his health goes, this is not unexpected. I just have like an anecdote I can give from my personal life. My father is getting up there as well. He's not as old as Vince McMahon, not by any means. He's, I would say, 20 years younger or something like that. But
Okay.
he would always move, and just like his job was basically he would be required to stand up, walk around, carry stuff a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
even in his 60s, like easy, not it's all cool because he was doing it every day, full time, no
Yeah.
problem. And then I think he got sick a little bit, um, and like that was it. I think that was it. Like one time he got sick, and when he went back, it just wasn't the same anymore. Like it felt like it went from 100 to 20%. Like when it came to what he could do. So instead of
Yeah.
being there full time now, like he goes there to work like 2-3 hours a day and checks in, checks out. Takes it easy because he literally, like, his body is literally telling him that's it, old man. You
You
don't.
had enough.
We
But
had
yeah,
enough.
I
I.
think that's what kind of
Mhm.
kept Vince McMahon strong for all these years because he was running so hard with WWE week after week after week.
Yeah.
Even though he was old, he was still going there every week. But I mean, just to take that from him and just the way everything happened, because the WWE is something he built from when he was young to up until they kind of pushed him out. And he got pushed out. I don't know if he made the right decision by selling the company because he could have stayed in there if he kind of passed it along to his kids. But I mean, now he's dealing with the consequences of that decision. And Linda McMahon said he's barely even getting out. And that doesn't sound like Vince McMahon to me, especially
Mm-mm.
somebody who was flying around from week to week to week. Doesn't sound too good. But you're right. I mean, while you're getting those reps in and you keep moving, I mean, your body's going to be used to moving. But when you slow it down, your body's like, okay, you know what? Wait a minute. We are 78 here. Let's go ahead and calm down. And I think that could be what we're seeing with Vince McMahon. Brian, what do you think? I know you're a big Vince McMahon fan.
All I gotta say about that, my brother, is GG's, bro. Father time catching up, my boy. That's all it is, bro. I mean, he ain't young, bro. He's 78, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like he hung the boots up at the right time, man. I don't really got much to say about this, bro. I mean, hey, whatever happened, happened. Shout outs to him.
Come on, man. He didn't hang the boots up. They took the boots off of him.
I mean, he made his bed, gotta lay in it.
But listen, Donald Trump is 78 years old.
Donald
So
Trump
these
is
two
moving
are
up.
the same year. They're the same age. And we got Donald Trump running for president. So I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily his age because he is healthy. I mean, the guy's been in the gym pumping it. Look at him. I
Whoa.
mean, he's been old my whole life, but for
Yeah.
some reason, he was just always Vince McMahon. I think it does have a lot to do with him just slowing down. I think his body's just kind of crashing out on him. I mean, Joe Biden's 81. So 78 isn't like critically deathbed old, but I mean, he's up there. And it seems like, again, something caused him to kind of, I don't know, fall faster than I guess we expected. But Vince McMahon, come on, y'all. We got to give him his flowers. This man is the best wrestling booker of all time. Despite all of the personal stuff that he has going on, can y'all deny that fact?
I cannot deny it, man. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah,
Brian?
yeah.
Come on, man. He not all right. We got to give Vince his flowers while he's here, y'all. I know he's watching this video right now. Vince McMahon, I know, you got into some trouble here. Hopefully, everything's good with your health, man. You got to just get up. Get up, hit the road again. Go join AEW because we need to see you walk down that ramp one more time. I don't hate you for everything you did. If they can forgive Hulk Hogan, I'm going to forgive Vince McMahon. And that's all I got to say about that.
His opinion is his opinion. I just want to know it does not represent what I think.
Man, years of
So you forgive Hulk Hogan, but you can't forgive Vince McMahon.
I never forgive Hulk Hogan. I'm not a Hulk Hogan.
You love Hulk Hogan.
No, I don't.
I think Brian low-key loves Hulk Hogan, kid.
No,
I don't know.
No, I don't.
I mean, look at Cody right there. Look at Cody. Like, he was basically young Hulk Hogan right now.
He's Hulk Hogan. Big Home said that the other day, and I was like, wait a minute, you're right.
Shout out.
But y'all got anything else to add before we
years
get
of
off
ruthlessness, destroying businesses, taking over territories, doing a lot more than taking over territories backstage. It catches up with you one day or another. And I think it's unfortunately the judgment day for Mr. Kenneth D. McMahon. And like you gave an example of Donald Trump, the only time Donald Trump took a bump was like when he was like 60, 70 with the Bobby Lashley and Vince McMahon storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he took one bump, maybe he didn't. I don't even know. Vince McMahon has been flying every single day almost for his entire life. Attitude Era, he wrestled, he took many, many bumps. He tore his quads and stuff like that. I'm sure Donald Trump, because he is a politician and he was like an entertainer that was not in the wrestling business, he was well taken care of. I'm pretty sure that's why he has all these motor functions and he can think clearly as well.
You're right. That's a good point.
Yeah, like wrestling.
Vince McMahon took some nasty chair shots to the head too.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
He was from
so there you go. I think we found it.
Like, yeah, sure. He's not a full-time wrestler, but he was treating this business, because it's his business, literally, as he was a full-time wrestler. He was full-time everything. I mean, like, you look at Tony Khan, for example. He's doing everything, booking 20,000 shows, running a football club or whatever, smoking some crack. And I'm sure Vince McMahon did that for years too.
That's not all of our opinions, y'all. Kiddo's opinions do not reflect the panel.
Like, I feel like even without the, like the physical stuff, if let's say he didn't do any of those, like, how people say the president goes crazy after 4 years because of all the stress that you got to handle. Like, everybody has huge, insane egos that you have to keep in check in wrestling. It's literally like kindergarten, and you gotta bring order, like, be on the top of your game mentally the whole time. And again, that's gonna take a lot out of you as well. So besides the crazy stuff, indefensible stuff that he allegedly did,
we don't know yet.
I feel like it was time for him to let go as well. But if this was 20 years ago, you saying like, let's go to AEW and stuff like that, he would have 100% done that, or opened up his own new company and somehow beat WWE as well, because nobody, not even Triple H in the entire wrestling business, I don't think understands wrestling better than Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Nobody is as ruthless because they didn't come up in his era where you had to be ruthless. Triple H just took over the company. So I would have loved to see that, to be honest with you. Just like let's add another one to AEW and WWE. Let's see who comes out on top, man. Let's get desperate. Let's get crazy. See some crazy moves, crazy title changes. People who would be never pushed. We'll see him get pushed. Like, it'd be amazing. But obviously, that's not gonna happen. I feel like this would be a grim sentence to say, but this might be one of the last news we hear about Vince McMahon.
I don't know. I think the Janelle Grant stuff is kind of bubbling back up here now with them kind of disputing back and forth. But Vince McMahon's not going anywhere. I'm going to give him at least 85. Vince McMahon, we need you to make it to at least 85 for us. Come back. We need to see you walk down that ramp again.
You need to see him.
We got to hear the theme song one more time now.
You need to see him.
Come on, man. It's allegedly. We don't know what he did yet. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if something happens to Vince McMahon, I will be mourning him. I will be saying R.I.P. Vince McMahon. It's not. We're not going to do that after he dies. I love Vince McMahon today, and I will forever. And I'll leave it at that.